say that Shaw built the Melanie Fitness Center for his daughter. Now, what did I tell you about a legacy of crime? What did I say about a legacy of crime? She just said it off the cuff like that wasn't illegal. Like she built a skating rink for her daughter and she wants to build the Melanie Fitness Center for her. We have to think about our children. Literally, you guys are all saying it, right? This is for her daughter. She don't see nothing fucking wrong with that because she's a part of a legacy of crime. Just like an $18,000 check was written by Riley Roger and he still ain't said why. And I told y'all it was a graduation car for his daughter. I don't know why nobody will listen to me when I say that shit. I be knowing what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Of course, I can't prove it, but I know. She said, follow the leader. But they just lost all their speed bumps on Sibley. She said, follow the leader, but y'all ain't gonna have no Christmas lights at Christmas time, and you may not even make payroll. Okay. And when she said we don't know how to swim, she's feeding again into the black ideology. Now, I don't think Tiffany Henyard or Jason House or Brittany Norwood or Kiana Belcher or Stan Brown or Andrew Holmes or Tammy Brown or even Clerk Key or any of them ever have an idea that more than black people live in Dothan. Because that's their protection, the low standards of black people. I said it. Fuck you if you don't like it. And she said, learn the history. And I'm going to teach y'all a little history. Dothan was started by a con artist. You got to learn the history. Why do you think that man spelled his name with an A sometimes and an O sometimes? Because he wasn't trustworthy. Two last names, one as a maiden, one as a married, and I always spell them the same. But you got this nigga with one last name and he always spell it different because he's a con artist. So if you ever see me spell Dalton with an A, that's because that was his legal last name too. And I just want to open the opportunity to give you some Dalton history about the corruption in the soil. Now, we'll talk about, well, actually, we may not even need to watch the campaign video again because I'm going to touch on this one point now. You heard the preacher, whatever his name is, with the orange tennis shoes, who prayed at the campaign kickoff 2 Sundays ago, say, he quoted the same scripture I quoted a week before that said, if my people who are called by my name would humble themselves and pray, seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, forgive their sins and heal this land. And this nigga had the nerve to say on the podium, we believe the land is already healed. Well, ain't been no repentance, ain't been no confession, ain't been no turning. So how do you expect things to change? Those are my notes.
Approval of sale of unapproved purchases.
Okay.
This one.
So once again, after speaking with the accounting person and going over the financial status of the village, in 2021, October 2021, the board approved a fleet for cars through Enterprise. We learned of other vehicles, 3 Tahoes, and I believe a Ford Expedition through First Governmental Leasing. I am suggesting for discussion because right now, looking at the warrant list and the leases, we spend roughly, it started in 2022, December 2022, all of 2023, and we're in the middle of 2024. We've spent almost $250 some odd $1,000 on these vehicles. If we keep the lease for the 5 years, which is 60 months, we would be spending $718,000. That's with the cost of and interest. We cannot afford that. So I'm asking that we look into the legal ramification of returning the vehicles because most of them were signed without proper authority anyway. So my discussion is to place this for a committee of the whole to move forward and looking to see how we can return those 3 Chevy Tahoes and 1 Expedition.
We can definitely discuss it because I don't have any information as it relates to what you're stating. Because you know you throw a lot of things up here that don't be true.
It's simple
So,
counseling, baby.
Hold
All
on.
you have to do
Hold
is
on.
multiply.
That's your problem. You like to talk when others talk. Let me get it out. I was quiet while you said everything you wanted to say. Now let me get mad out. You say things up here that's not true all the time, trustee, and that's not fair to the department heads, the residents, or myself. So I would like to get clarity of it, and this is why I told Trustee House that you guys should put a synopsis together, and you guys should tell us what it is that you're looking for. So when we come to a meeting, everyone's prepared, everyone has documentation, and everyone can answer the questions for you. But you guys come to a meeting, you just throw something up here, and then you just think people should know the answer, and they don't even have whatever you're talking about in front of you. We talked about this at the last board meeting. So I'm asking the same thing once again, because other than that, it's just going to be a back and forth. We put on a show, all the cameras in the back, and nothing gets accomplished. So I'm asking you guys that if it's something you're looking for, because I don't have this, and I don't even know what you're talking about, to even respond to you to say, hey, this is the lease. This is what happened with the lease. I couldn't respond because I don't have that in my possession. So I'm fine with putting it on the next meeting to discuss it further once we get more clarity to what it is you're looking for.
Okay, thank you so much. I just would like to say for clarity, since you said that I give a lot of false information, it's simple math. I know how much $149,000 times 5, it's simple math. So that's fine. I'm fine. I just want to make sure that we do approve it to go to discussion, because those are things that we need to move forward and return.
Right. And just for everybody are crystal clear, y'all know we have a ton of vehicles as it relates to police department, fire department. Y'all know that. So it amazes me how you come and y'all do clickbait and point out some things and say, hey, I want to return this, I want to return that. And there's several different things that didn't happen in this village. But that's why I said you have to get clarity before y'all put something on the agenda, so that we're not going back and forth just to kick the can down the road to say, hey, we're going to talk about this at another meeting. So what was the point of putting it on here? But we still got to talk about it later. Right. We still didn't discuss anything because there was nothing given. All I'm saying to you guys is I don't like to waste time. We come to a meeting and we waste time. Nothing get accomplished because it's just something on the agenda and you still didn't get your answer, and we still just went back and forth for nothing. That is my point. Synopsis, please. Thank you. Moving forward. Okay. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Is there a motion? Second. Colorado.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right. Next on the agenda is discussion of current fines.
So I add this on the agenda, and I guess we'll make a motion so that we can add this.
Let me just give some quick, I don't really have a whole lot of notes on the last discussion. I actually do agree with Tiffany Henyard that was stupid to even put it on the agenda, because there really was no discussion. This conversation should have happened over a year ago anyway, when those vehicles were discovered to be leased and unapproved. I don't know why now, a year later, it's coming out and it needs to be voted for when there's only another year left in the lease. I don't know. Also, some documentation should have been brought, because you have the leases, you got access to them, and you saw the actual documentation. So why didn't you bring it? Like, literally, it's just, I'm telling y'all, it feels like a whole bunch of shit has been put on the agenda now, so that people can politically save their asses, to show that they care about shit they ain't really talked about in a very, very long time. Go ahead, Brittany.
To transfer this to the committee of the whole also. The discussion is the fines. So we have an ordinance number 23-009, where on August the 7th, 2023, you proposed that we raise some of the fines in the village. And one of them was the grass fee. So I remember this clear as yesterday. You told us that there were a lot of abandoned properties in the village, and that the banks weren't doing the maintenance on it. And then Trustee Stan Brown, he seconded that it was becoming a problem, so that we should do something like increase the fine so that we could make or so that the banks can have more of an incentive to make sure that the grass was cut. And I was totally for that in terms of the banks. But what we weren't told is that the $500 fee is for everyone. So I have landlords that's calling me stating that their tenants are being presented with $500 fines, so for a lack of grass cutting. And that wasn't what I personally agreed to. I thought that the plan was to ticket to go up in fees for the banks only. So now that we have tenants or landlords calling, I'd like to take this to the committee of the whole so that we can have discussion, so that we can make some changes and discuss it with the residents in regards to who these fines, let's specify the difference between the banks and the landlords and the homeowners in regards to the fines.
Okay, well, I pray that we're not doing that. I pray that it's definitely going to the bank. So we will look into that, and this goes back to what I was just saying. We put stuff on the agenda. We can't give you answers currently because no one knows what you're looking for. You just put village fines. That could be anything from a ticket to garage address missing, but no one was specific in what it is that they're looking for. So we just need you guys to let the department heads know what you're looking for. So when we come to a meeting, we're better equipped, and we ain't got to kick the can down the road again to have another meeting that we should have got resolved today if people would have told us what they're looking for. So I'm definitely fine with going over this and clearing it up. But also, you guys have to take responsibility for not paying vendors their money for the high grass. The high grass is scattered through our community. Y'all know we have over 400 vacancies, and y'all know that Public Works cannot cut all the vacant properties. And you guys have to work better at coming up with a plan, because right now we don't have it as it relates to from you. You guys come here, you dictate and tell us what you guys want us to do, but there's no plan in place from the board that wants to tell us how to run the day-to-day, which I keep telling y'all legislate, y'all do not govern the day-to-day operation. But I just wish you guys would pay people their money so that they can come out and cut the high grass.
Thank you, Mayor, for that. So it's just, and this is just for the record at this point, this is for the residents. I find it interesting that she continues to act as if she does not know what we're referring to. When we talked about the leases, I wasn't going to say anything, but you signed them. So if you signed the leases, how are you unaware of the leases in which we are referring to? It's the smoke and the mirrors. I sit here and I said, you know what, Lord, I was going to let it go. But you were the one who brought it to us to increase the fines. So if we had a cow meeting, and this is for the residents, right? Because she keeps saying, the trustees this, the trustees that. Let's, just so you all know, there's a thing called checks and balances. That's why we're all up here, right? So we really shouldn't even have to go back and forth with who knows what. The goal is for you to run it past the board, which is us here, to tell us what you're doing, and then us approve it. What you've been doing is you do everything on your own, and then when we revert it back and say, hey, no, you weren't supposed to do that, you sit here and say, oh, I don't know what you all are referring to. I mean, I have to get back to you on that. Let's stop doing that. Let's have the meeting. Again, I would like to set it forth so that we can have cow meetings. Let's go back to having 2 meetings per month like we're supposed to in our ordinance, and that'll prevent a lot of this you acting as if you don't know. Because if we all have this conversation with the residents, they'll know, we'll know, and you'll know. This is a team effort. It's Team Dalton, not a one-man band. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, so what I truly believe, trustee,
I know.
is that you in particular want to decrease the fines because you got tickets on your house for the high grass. Your bushes won't cut, your grass won't service, right? So you remind me of Trustee Valerie Stubbs that put in an ordinance because she didn't want to pay fines on her rental properties. It's the same thing. You guys only pick and choose things that's beneficial to you guys that affect you. But you were talking about this a month ago. You were talking, please, you're going to be removed. You're going to be removed. You cannot just talk over. You will be removed. And again, Valerie Stubbs, ex-trustee right there, her. She do things for self. So back to what I'm saying. You have to do better. You have to do better than what you're doing. Okay, you out of order. You need to remove her. Remove her. Remove her. Y'all cannot be that out of order. Like, come on now. Come on. Even if you don't like somebody, you can't be that out of order. You have to remove her. Please leave. Please leave. Please leave. Please leave. Please leave.
Okay, we're gonna switch over and watch this footage from Reality Check TV Chicago's point of view. Hopefully you're still here. Shout outs to you. Thank you so much for being there. Remove her. Listen, I was making my baby some lunch, so you might have heard a lot of moving around in the background. I want to speak, though, about the conversation she just had with Brittany, because, Brittany, you got to be smart enough to take notes and know where you were when you guys come back. This woman just said, what's up, Real Magnolia? I love you, too. This woman just said the reason why you don't want these houses to get ticketed is because you got a nasty house with some nasty tenants. And that's the word on the street, Brittany Norwood. They said they knew you actually left that house because it was clean. Wow. Wow. They said the reason why you had that doggone swap meet and you told people what to bring was because you had everything else and you was trying to get rid of your own nasty shit. They said that when the code enforcers rolled up on Valerie Stubbs, she was putting up some raggedy ass columns on one of her rental properties that weren't fit. They were shoddy. See, Valerie Stubbs, you like special treatment. We see you. So let's go ahead and jump over to Reality Check TV Chicago, who captured this footage from an audience perspective. Shout out to Tiffany Henier for making the cameras go all the way to the back, because now Reality Check TV is able to see stuff that the Village of Dalton cameras don't see. See, I told you, you got to learn how these demons work for you instead of getting frustrated with them. I think it's about. Yeah. I'm going to let you lead up in the conversation.
And that's not fair to the department heads, the residents, or myself. So I would like to get clarity of it, and this is why I told Trustee House that you guys should put a synopsis.
Give me 1 second. Let me get closer to that point.
And then Trustee Stammer, he second that it was becoming a problem, so that we should do something like increase the fine so that we could make poor, so that the bank can have more of an incentive to make sure that the grass is cut. And I was totally for that in terms of the banks, but what we weren't told.
Let me know you can hear this, okay? Sorry for chewing.
For everyone. So I have landlords that's calling saying that their tenants are being presented with $500 fines, so for lack of grass cutting, and that wasn't.
Thanks for still being here.
About that, the plan was to ticket to go up in fees for the banks only. So now that we have tenants, landlords calling.
Yeah, please run over. There's 2 content creators here, and if you are a content creator here on YouTube, I just want to give you a space right now to shout out your channel in the chat, because I never know until I be lurking. I be going around figuring out who people are, and I be like, damn, you got a channel? You got a whole motherfucking channel we didn't even know about. I love to support what's popping. So I know Hiram Speaks on it is a YouTube channel. Please subscribe to his channel. Okay, I'll try to, it's going to be low, Lady Diva, because Reality Check was pushed all the way to the back of the building. So it's not really going to be so much about what you hear as much as it is going to be about what you see for the next few minutes. I'm glad you said that. Thank you for saying that. Also, Reality Check TV Chicago is a content creator. Y'all, please go over and subscribe to his channel as well. And if there are any other content creators that are here, I don't know that there are, but if there are, please, please, please shout yourself out in the chat so that we will know that you are here and we can support you. I hate for people to feel like they got to do sneaky shit to grow their channel instead of just being able to get a spot and say, hey, I'm a content creator, subscribe to me. So if you are a content creator, please put your shit in the chat and we'll be happy to support you. The cruise was good. Magnolia, the cruise was so good. I'm not even coming on camera today because I'm still recovering, honey. Listen, I had a taste for lobster yesterday. I wanted some lobster so bad. And that's how you know you had a good vacation. Because, man, I live very inland. Getting lobster is $100 decision where I live. It's $100 decision, baby. Thank you, Hiram. I'm here for you, too. Very much. All right, let me let them continue so y'all can hear the ratchetness.
What we're referring to. We talked about the leases. I wasn't going to say anything, but you signed them. So if you signed the leases, how are you aware of the leases in which we are referring to? It's the smoke and the mirrors. I sit here and I said, you know what, Lord, I was going to let it go. But you were the one who brought it to us to increase the fines. So if we had a county, and this is for the residents, right? Because she keeps saying, the trustees this, the trustees that. Let's, just so you all know, there's a thing called checks and balances. That's why we're all up here, right? So we really shouldn't even have to go back and forth with who knows what. The goal is for you to run it past the board, which is us here, to tell us what you're doing, and then us approve it. What you've been doing is you do everything on your own, and then when we revert it back and say, hey, no, you weren't supposed to do that, you sit here and say, oh, I don't know what you all are referring to. I mean, I have to get back to you on that.
You're right.
Let's stop doing that. Let's have a meeting. Again, I would like to set it forth so that we can have counties. Let's go back.
Okay, but let me interrupt here before Valerie Stubb shows her whole ass. Brittany Norwood, did y'all ask the people if it was okay to bring Jedediah Brown into Dolton?
To having 2 meetings per month like we're supposed to.
Did y'all have a vote about Lori Lightfoot? And any open discussion? Okay.
And that would prevent a lot of this you acting as if you don't know. Because if we all have this conversation with the residents, they'll know, we'll know, and you'll know. This is a team effort. It's Team Dalton, not a one-man band. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, so what I truly believe, trustee, is that you want to decrease the fines because you got tickets on your house for the high grass. Your bushes gonna cut, your grass gonna hurt, right? So you remind me of trustee Dr. Stubbs that put in an ordinance because she didn't want to pay fines for rental properties. It's the same thing. You guys pick and choose things that are beneficial to you guys that affect you. But you gonna come up with a month ago, you gonna talk things you don't need to do. And again, Dr. Stubbs actually right there. She did this herself. So that's what I'm saying.
Let me just let you guys know there is a village ordinance that says while it is completely legal to clap, it is not legal to yell out and have outbursts in the meeting. That is a village ordinance, and Valerie Stubb is a former village trustee. She knows about that ordinance. So for her to stand up and yell, "You can't say my name," da 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 da, and all that ghetto shit, she violated the village ordinance. Follow the law and leave, Valerie Stubb, with your bitch ass. You know I can't stand your ass anyway. You know we don't like you anyway, Valerie Stubb. And if we really gave a fuck about you, we would have made a big deal about this and called out an injustice. But I don't see no injustice here. I see a woman who doesn't know how to behave, who's used to special treatment with her bitch ass. Valerie Stubb.
We started by calling names.
Martin, if you yell out at a meeting, you will be taken out too. And I hope you expect that. I hope you don't expect any special treatment that would make you feel like because you break the law, it would be okay for you to stay too. If you don't follow the law, then you have to leave, Martin. I hope you're ready for that. I hope you're ready for that. And that's why your friends, oh, you didn't know I knew? That's why your friends, Paul and Jennifer Roberts, are no longer allowed in the meetings because they thought they could go in there and act any kind of way too, Martin B. You didn't know I knew who you were? I see you, honey. I see everything.
That's why she's not a leader.
Martin, it's okay to crash out in the chat. Just be respectful, okay, honey? I appreciate you for helping the algorithm with the comments. Thank you, sweetie. See, what y'all got to understand is how to operate in your professionalism versus your emotion. What I just did was I called Martin out. Now Martin is crashing out in the chat. Tiffany called Valerie Stubbs out, and Valerie sit here and crashed out in this meeting. Y'all got to understand how to operate. And you can't operate like Martin and get anything done in Dalton. If you are so sensitive as to where the mayor of a village can call your name out and you get put out of an entire meeting because you can't maintain self-control, then you get what you deserve. Martin just told you he's completely okay with Valerie Stubbs' behavior. And that's why. Of course she deflected and she won. Y'all got to stop working in such emotional incapacity that you can't see when somebody is playing you. Tiffany Henyard called Valerie Stubbs' name twice. Twice. She knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing. Martin, you can't pussy pop now. You said bring it. If she called my name, I'm going in too. You sound just as stupid as Valerie Stubbs. And now the whole ignorant little colony want to gather together to protect a lawbreaker. Y'all sound stupid. You either gonna be professional or you're not.
Have another meeting, Dan.
I'll go back see y'all what's happening. Mary.
I'm retired. I want you to have the meeting. No, we don't need the meeting. We don't need the meeting. That's not the meeting. No, we don't. Have another meeting, Dan. We can have another meeting, Dan. As long as they come raise the down, they can
Why is Mary Ava in the back trying to call the shots? We can have another meeting. Shut the fuck up. If you want to walk out with your girlfriend, walk out with your girlfriend. But let these people have their meeting because there's some very serious things on the table today. And Stacey Carell's dreadlocks are itchy. Right, Carefree.
We on the social
Big Mike, let me know if you need my email address. Do you guys see Fania Dukes in the back? Now, let me tell you how Fania Dukes got there. Regina Waldrop has made Fania Dukes an intern so that she can get into the meeting. Yeah, that's the kind of games they play. Now, keep in mind, Fania Dukes was made Tiffany Henyard's executive assistant, and we still don't know why or how. She was never on any meeting as a hire. I don't see anywhere in any meetings where she's included. She's never been on the website as an executive assistant. All we've ever known Fania Dukes to be was a person who worked in code enforcement. Then all of a sudden, but the only time she ever operated in that capacity was when she was getting fucked by Andrew Holmes. So I'm trying to figure out, I don't understand it. But now she's an intern for Regina Waldrop, and that's how she got in the building. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, they're just using this girl. Now, we know this lady in the red, every single meeting she pops, right? From what I understand, she's extremely inebriated every single month. From what I've been told, she's a drunk. She's most likely inebriated right now. And every meeting, she's the one they have to crowd around, and then they never take her out. So let's see if they actually take her out this time.
Okay.
Because
No, we're gonna wait until it's quiet because you just call what you got to say.
You want to sit here or you want to move on?
We're gonna wait until
If not,
they not have everyone attention.
We're gonna sit here until they.
Well, we just wanna sit here because
Trustee,
we have questions.
Trustee, all it takes is this young lady to get.
God damn, shut up. Y'all want to keep having all these fucking chaotic disruptions to the meeting. Jedediah Brown got taken out last month and was never arrested, never booked, and never charged. At what point does it become like, okay, we're going to really follow the ordinance? And she still ain't left the building. Valerie Stubb is still in the foyer.
Calm down and everything seems to be so please can we resume?
So they got the bull dagger over there to calm the drunk lady down because Lacey is sweaty. And Ed Steve is making content. Just so you know. Because that's his contribution to the Village of Dalton.
Hold on 1 second. So let me finish. Trustee Johnson, we want to sit until we have everybody's attention. Okay, she's gone. Okay.
She's not gone. She's right here. Shut up, Walking Dead.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Rosie, how you doing back there?
All right, okay. So, as I was saying, we were talking about the fees and the fines, and I know that you were making a comment, and I just think that it's funny how you find the need to deflect. Because if my grass was as tall as the Sears Tower, it still wouldn't compensate for the amount of money that you.
Remove. Y'all cannot
Get
be
past
out
the
of
bullshit
order.
over
Come
here.
on now. Come on.
Give me a
Come on.
quick sound check. Let me
Even
know
if you
you
don't
can
like
do this.
somebody, you
Okay?
can't be that out of order. You have to remove
Please.
her. Please leave. Please leave. Never around. Don't mean that we're not taking care of the business of the community.
Don't worry about it, then.
Okay. All right, thank you.
What did she just say? Oh, somebody said those were paid plants.
Can we skip to M?
Hold on 1 second. So let me finish real quick. Trustee Belcher, we might as well sit until we have everybody's attention because. Okay, she's gone. Okay.
They ain't getting paid. Don't worry about it, then. They ain't getting paid.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So, as I was saying, we were talking about the fees and the fines, and I know that you were making a comment, and I just think that it's funny how you find the need to deflect, because if my grass was as tall as the Sears Tower, it still wouldn't compensate for the amount of money that you're wasting on taxpayers' dollars. So it still would not add up to the millions of dollars that you're spending on first-class flights, the millions of dollars that you're spending on parties, the $1 million you're spending on rent cars that you don't remember renting. So with that being said, let's move this to the committee of the whole, and hopefully we can talk about this with the residents so that we could discuss fines so that this administration won't keep increasing your fines because she just won't stop spending and she won't prioritize the spending. So she'll just continue to spend the money and then increase the fines to make you guys pay for it. So in order to stop that, we'll have a discussion as a family with the residents. And thank you guys.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna move forward,
Are you
but
guys
just
voting on this?
they want to send it to committee. So
Oh, it's
they wanna
just going
check.
to committee of the whole. Thank you.
So we're gonna move forward and
This whole meeting
for the
was
record,
be the
people
whole.
that say things about me, I want you to prove it. Because like I said, fact versus fiction. Y'all say parties and I do nothing but unity and gatherings here in the community. When they do it, they say the party, they do the same thing I do, right? But when I do it, y'all claim it's a party. I'll say first class flights. Please show me here in the village of Dalton where I did a first class flight. I want you to show me that receipt, please, and thank you. So, for the record, I
You
just
will
want
say you
people
don't
to say
remember
they
that
mix
either.
up the two body of governments that I'm over. They mix them up. We talking about
You mix them up too.
Hold on, we're not talking to you. When it comes to the village of Dalton, please show me the stuff that y'all put up at the meeting for clickbait and got no truth to what you're saying, no fact to what you're saying, but y'all say it and throw it in the air. That's not right. And that's why I tell you, residents, stay woke, because they will sit here and sing you off and just say anything, as most of the trustees do. They just talk with no facts. All right, moving on.
Damn,
Call
you
the
know
roll.
what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you what's fucking nuts. My experience personally with the Dalton trustees has been exactly what Tiffany Henyard said. When you don't do exactly what they want you to do and you won't be who they want you to be for them, they will lie and send people off about you. Vicious lies. Horrible lies. They will commit crimes. Man, Discovery is a bitch. The Dalton trustees, I mean, when I had to start criticizing them, they got nasty, they got illegal, they got vicious, they doxed me, tried to attack my business, but you can't because I am a demon whisperer. Honey, shoot, man, please. But they tried it. I have seen those doggone Dalton trustees behave in ways that make you wonder which God they serve. Because, man, everything she said is true.
Okay, that's a discussion on the fine.
Right, she just said she want to move it to committee of the whole.
Okay.
So call the roll to move to committee of the whole.
Voting to move that to, did you motion it? Anyone? No one
She
motioned or
did.
second.
Yeah, she did. It was motion.
Did you motion?
I'll
Did you move second? You did. Thank you.
Clark Key is keeping up, even though she ain't taking no minutes.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, next is discussion of animal control program.
Okay, this conversation is about to be real funny. I think it's hilarious that they don't even have animal control. Y'all, this is no longer a village, y'all. The village is gone. It's over. It's a facade. We're playing charades at this point. But I don't know if you guys hear in Clerk Allison Key's voice that this is all a sham at this point. Trustee Belcher, Trustee Stan Brown, Trustee Tammy Brown, Trustee House, Trustee Norwood. I don't even know why they're taking votes at this point. They don't run this village.
Animal control vehicle.
Yeah, so I added this to the agenda because this is another item that I would like to go to the committee of the whole. A senior called me a few weeks ago asking, stating that she had a pit bull in her backyard. And I did call you, you didn't answer. But I was calling to see if we had animal control. I know that one board meeting, you presented it to us, and we voted to pay about $50,000 for an animal control car. And once upon a time, I used to see people driving the animal control car, and we used to have animal control at one point, and then it vanished. But nothing was ever told to the board regarding what's exactly going on with the vehicle and the services. So I would like to have this discussion with the community so that we can get some answers and figure out if we have animal control, and if not, what we have to do to start it back up.
So you know we do have animal control. You know that if you call, we will come and we will remove the animal. Prime example, you had an animal on your block that was loose. It was a pit. You went on Facebook or some social media to my, hey guys, it's a pit loose. Watch yourself instead of calling the village of Dalton. The resident then called us, the village of Dalton, like they should have, like you should have. And we showed up and showed out and removed the pit bull. And guess what we found? A abandoned house that had a prostitution ring, 3 vacant cars. I forget what the cars were. Hellcats, what was that?
Stolen.
Stolen.
The high performance cars are stolen.
Three of them. At the next door to where Trustee Norwood lives. So all these things do happen, but when you guys call us, we do show up and we do our job. But people get up here, like I said, things clickbait, everything's about campaigning. We do show up and we remove the animals. Just the other.
Hold on, let's see. Hey, did I call the village of Dalton animal control? Oh, the village of Dalton doesn't have animal control? Your mayor said in a meeting on Monday that you have animal control on the record. So the final word is there's no animal control in Dalton, right? May I ask who I'm speaking with? Muhammad, what's your first name? Who is we? Yep. She gonna put me on hold and never come back. So they played this game with me before. Y'all, they ain't got no animal control in Dalton. Muhammad said they ain't got no animal control in Dalton. And then Muhammad put me on a fake hold so she could go check. And I don't think she's ever going to come back to the phone because when Jedediah Brown got arrested, I had to play this game with them too. So it sounds like they ain't got no... Tiffany! Easily there. This is why I say hashtag they all dirty. You can't possibly say I support Tiffany Henyard if you're listening to this part of the show. They ain't got no animal control in Dalton. So what, Tiffany Henyard, why you sitting here telling lies? Why you sitting here telling lies, Tiffany? Easily verifiable lies. You just lied on the record. Your picture is right under the phone number for animal control on the Village of Dalton website. But there is no animal control in the Village of Dalton. We ain't got no. Y'all heard? Did y'all hear that? I don't know if you guys could hear. I put it on speakerphone. Oh shit. Mason got the tea. So here you hear it. Maybe one of y'all trustees should have made this phone call before the meeting. And then you would have the answer too. Oh my God. They all dirty, y'all. Every last one of these motherfuckers got dirt, got secrets, got lies. Ain't none of them shit. Ain't no animal control in the Village of Dalton. Nobody's picking up trash in the Village of Dalton. They have a water main break every 2 weeks in the Village of Dalton. Constant gas leaks. The trees is falling out the sky. The Village of Dalton is godforsaken. Hashtag GTFOH. If you remember me, Susie BQW2, back in 2020, when I had to leave China the second time. If you've been with me since the beginning, Susie BWT, Lollipop, then you remember when I had to have a fundraiser called hashtag GTFOH. Get the fuck out of here. We had to leave China lickety split because shit was popping off and we didn't want to be there no more. So if you see people start raising money to leave Dalton, please support them. I won't be hosting any fundraisers, but I have encouraged everyone I know in Dalton who doesn't want to be there anymore to have a fundraiser to get the fuck out of here.